Hey there, Echo viewers. I mean, YouTube viewers. My finger's in the way. We're headed to the beach. It's just to the right in the corner. I'm just going to send out a Twitter or Twitter. There we go. There, that's done. So hopefully we'll get some people coming in on the live, and hopefully there will be spots left. It was overcast this morning, so we weren't able to head out to the beach and benefit from the sun. But now the skies have cleared. It is blue, and the beach beckons. It awaits. And we haven't seen DaNang Beach in about a year. We were here 1 year ago, and I did a little walk down the beach. This time what I think I'm going to do is a very short walk. I'll scope out a place where to put out my towel and settle down, have my drinks, and hopefully we can kind of see what the beach has to offer us today. And yeah, it looks kind of lazy today. It's getting warmer. It was about 25 degrees centigrade this morning. Now it's probably more than 25, heading up towards 30. So who knows? I have today and partially tomorrow morning here left in DaNang. So I'm just kind of thinking, what should I do with my remaining time? Maybe how about a sunset drone on the beach? If I can get away with it. That's something I might want to do because it's so close, and my drone, you know, is pretty well, all the batteries have been charged, and I guess I'll determine it when the time comes. There is a bit of a breeze, so, you know, depending on how strong the winds are, will determine whether I risk taking my drone out. And the benefit is that I can possibly do a live stream with the drone. So we're already coming up, and look, we have a crosswalk. So DaNang is pretty straightforward. The boulevards are wide, and the traffic is spaced as such that you can time your crossing so that you're not competing with cars and motorcycles all at once. So here we are. Oh look, we got surfers out today. And joggers. Whatever else. So now is a good time. So there are rent-a-bikes, you can rent a scooter, you can walk, you can rent a deck chair, or you can just park yourself on a piece of sand. So let's use this little stump. That was a dead coconut tree or palm tree. Oh, this is surfing school. Cowabunga! Totally gnarly, rad, man. Well, look at that. So, no vandalism, okay. No sports outside the area. Do they say no droning? No, they don't. Good, good, good. Because it's kind of understood. What, no picnic? What? Let's see about that. So no, I don't want a we can go on this section of the beach over there, right? Because over there, here is like a lawn chair. So we're too cool for lawn chairs today. What do you want? Oh, you know, the sand is really pretty. It's even nicer. I think the sand is nicer here than it is in Nha Trang. And Nha Trang is a pretty nice beach. But here the sand is finer and the beach is much wider. So there are, you know, pluses and minuses. So I'm thinking somewhere over there is where I want to go. Because there's just enough activity and I'm close enough to the water that I think we're okay. There's a road there. It's in around here-ish. So why don't I put my stuff down, make a furrow so it doesn't tip over, and let's leave our flip-flops where they're nice and dry. Let's go and get acquainted. I love putting my feet in the water. My feet have been in these waters a few times already. And I love the sound of the Nha Trang surf. Oh yes. And check the temperature. The temperature is, it's slightly colder than Nha Trang, and definitely colder than Thailand, Phuket. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's cold. Well, I mean cold, relatively cold. Colder than what I like. I like more warm. But I wasn't necessarily here to get in the water per se, because I have been in tropical waters and I love it. But I don't mind being close to it or having my feet in it. There's a lady Buddha at the other end of the beach, which you cannot see because of the haze, but that's all right. So this is my section of DaNang, where basically I'm just on the other side of this. Okay, so I got a refreshing splash. And the sun is starting to come out of the haze. So now I need to get organized. How to keep sand out of your things. And I'm not sure. I gotta put my glasses away before they fall off my head. My sunglasses, there they are. Okay, and then we gotta insert this in there, and then we just need to get a little better organized. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe setting the phone tripod down on my little flops here and hope that the wind doesn't blow the phone over into the sand, and slowly set up and let you guys look at the ocean. So I think that should be okay. There we go. So I can't see any comments at the moment. Bear with me because I'm getting set up. Buddha now. This is really quite a crescent. you doing? Why is the phone black? Well, I can't see anything. It's the glare is so strong that it's really hard to see anything. So we have no comments that I can see. So we're still broadcasting from the beach. Okay. So I'm going to type in can I leave comments in the chat? Yeah. Okay. There we go. So hopefully I did not make any mistakes. Can't see the chat, glare is too strong. I can kind of see a small little rendering. Okay, so I need to find a straw and get something to drink before I melt. Hey Dave, yeah, here's the beach. I could just barely see your text. Yeah, this is DaNang Beach, and it is sunny, so I'm gonna get some sun. Yeah. 'Cause I gotta leave tomorrow by 11. So this is I think my last opportunity to work on my tan before I leave Asia, because Hanoi is not a place where you're gonna get a suntan, and all the other places are inland. So there you are. So I guess it's weird. I must be on my data plan. You're back, yeah. How is the signal? How's the audio? Because I think yesterday I did so much live streaming, I used up my 6 gigabytes. Then I really had really poor Wi-Fi, and I had to use, wherever I went, Wi-Fi. And this morning, I don't know, I thought I should have my 6 gigabytes again. So that's what I must be broadcasting on now. But when I was in the restaurant, I guess I was using their Wi-Fi, and it was kind of spotty with the signal, if I'm not mistaken. So audio is good. Great. Oh, great. Not just good, but great. Okay. So, look, before getting here, I got some ice cold. I don't even see it on the camera, but it's sparkling water, and it's really what I want, because I don't want sugar added drinks. Enough of that. I just want water, but tasty water. I love the sound of DaNang Beach. It really is like I don't know, it just calms me. It's just like and it's just like right off like the strip, like off the boulevard, and boom, you've got miles and miles of beach with this wonderful sound. And over there, straight ahead in the distance, right there is the Lady Buddha. So there's a temple there and grounds, and at sunset little monkeys come out, and they're pretty well behaved. I thought they'd be voracious little fuckers, but no, they kind of like are very polite, and they won't grab at you if you have stuff in your hands, and they're really gentle with kids as well. So I was quite surprised when I was here in 2020. I was expecting poo tossing monkeys, but that's not what happened. Anyways, I'm not going to go visit the Lady Buddha, but if I had a motorbike or a vehicle, I probably would do that, but not this time around, some other time. So she kind of like watches over DaNang. She's the patron saint protector of DaNang. So you have comments there. What's that teeny tiny? It says something, and look clean and soft. Yeah, the sand is better than in a Trang. The Trang was okay, but now that I just came from the Trang more or less, I have to say the sand here in DaNang is better. It's finer. It's just a nicer sand. But the beach in the Trang is better in the terms of like just the vibe and the way that the town is mostly all about the beach. Here it's just like a side thing, but it's like a really super nice beach. But there's more to the Trang to DaNang than the beach per se. But the sand is definitely much, much better. My toes just love this sand. I wish I could have this every day. Well, yeah, when you say enjoy every moment, in fact, I haven't had to work very hard at just maximizing, stuff. Because sometimes when you're overwhelmed because you're in a new place, sometimes you miss out on things that are within your grasp. And when you kind of get enough experience where you can just take a breath and then like say, okay, look, get your ducks in order, and you'll be able to get all of these things accomplished. Just like calm down. So what's been different about this trip is that I haven't really stepped into any kind of like where you end up paying 3 times what you should have paid, or you end up taking something that was inappropriate and where you should have taken something else, and all of those kind of things, they add up. And some of it comes with the fact that you're not really forced to make snap decisions. You can kind of say, wait a minute, let me think about this for a second without being rude. And it just makes all the difference. And so yeah, it's basically been the entire story of this 85 days in Southeast Asia. It's just been pretty well well executed. So yeah, pound sand, knock wood, whatever. Just keep doing what you're doing. So the mic is picking up the sound of the surf, right? Because it kind of sounds far away, but I'm pretty close to it. So maybe oh yeah, I know why, because it breaks a lot further out. In the Trang, it breaks about 20 feet from where I would be. And here, it's breaking about 40, 50 feet. And that makes all the difference in the acoustics that we're getting. And I just love the sound of the DaNang surf breaking. Oh, it's just like, I have my eyes closed and I just want to like meditate or just get taken away. But I'm glad that I'm able to broadcast it, and I don't have it all to myself, because it would be really greedy and untoward to keep all of this to myself. Why would I do that? I was thinking of flying my drone at sunset, but it would all depend on how much strong the wind is. I would be worried about the drone getting blown away and or calling attention to it. So I have those two things to consider. I'll think about it, and I'll see what the weather is towards the end of the day. If the wind is too strong or if it doesn't feel right. But it would be nice to go up and down the edge of the water on the drone just for the fun of it. And I can do it on a live stream as well. That's the other thing, that everything works. I just have to turn it on, turn on Reachy, turn on Restream, turn on my drone, plug in my phones, and off I go. So, what I did was, when I went live, there's a little share button on the YouTube, which I think is also part of Prism. So I was able to share to Twitter and then put a little description. So I don't know if it was the Twitter retweet or if it was a YouTube alert that clued you into the fact that I was live. I have you been something for the, I have to really try hard to see what you type. Have you been at the, I can't read it, it's too small, wait, at the drone miss. Wait, have you been, Yelled at? No, not yelled at. No, in fact, people are curious because, well, another thing is a drone is like all electronics are expensive. So people kind of focus on the essentials like phones, and then iPads are like a consideration, and if you can afford one, you'll have to pay for it. So a drone, here they're called fly cams, and they're a source of curiosity, and they're not known, like I don't think they have a negativity attached to them like they do like in North America and Europe, where, you know, people yelled at are people who are perverts, who I guess got caught peeking in other people's windows, and then that kind of tarnished all droners, right? Because those are the only stories that made the news, was the negative ones. But that's not my experience with other droners. None of them are pervs. They're all very responsible pilots and really nice people. But, you know, I have been approached in Montreal by people waving their finger at me and telling me I'm not allowed to be droning where I'm droning. I'm going to call the police. It's like, get the fuck out of my face, Karen. Right? So, no, none of that here. What I get is very honest, genuine curiosity, and they have delight. Whether they're a little kid or they channel their little kid, it's the same difference. Yesterday when I went live, there were 3 people that came up to me and were very interested, and they couldn't speak very much English, and it didn't matter. I was pretty well able to show them what was on the screen, and they appreciated it, and then they walked away. But no, nobody yelled at me. The point is that if there's a government individual who has the capacity to detain me and ask me to show any kind of authorization to drone, and I don't have anything to produce, then I could be subject to a fine or a lot of trouble. So, but that's never happened, and they wouldn't yell at you. They'd just be very polite and dig into your wallet really deeply. Hope that answers your question. No, yelling is not something that is done in Asia. When you yell, you're pretty well signaling that, you know, it's DEFCON 5 or what, DEFCON 1. It's a no-no. It's like you lose, when you yell at somebody, you make them lose face. And losing face in Asia is a big deal. So you'd rather go out of your way to do everything not to lose face. And so there's no yelling in Asia. Like no crying in baseball. Well, there's no yelling in Asia. So there you are. No, nobody yells unless it's DEFCON 1. So right now I can't see the street because it's too far from me. So I will try and read it later. So try and time your chats when I'm actively reading the screen. Otherwise, assume I'm having difficulty reading the chats in a hard way. But thanks for coming in, checking in and whatnot. How long are you staying at Hanoi? Um, Maybe 6 days, maybe 5. I haven't figured out how long I'm going to stay in Cat Ba Island. And I get to Cat Ba Island from Tam Kok. And I get to Tam Kok from Hue. And I'm leaving for Hue tomorrow. So I'm in Hue 2 days. And so it all depends on how long I stay in Cat Ba Island. And then it'll either be 5 days, or it could be 4 days, or it could be 3 days. It all depends on how much I wanna stay on Cat Ba. Cat Ba is pretty nice. And I dropped my glasses in the sand, and see they got a bit of sand on them, unfortunately. Oh well. So let me just zoom in on the surf. There we go. Put this down. Better down there, up there? I don't know. It's not high enough. Wait a second. There you go. But now my arm's gonna be caught in the wire. Okay. I got sand on my glasses. I brought chocolate cake and a chocolate covered donut with almonds to the beach. And I see there's another message. No, that's how long are you staying in Hanoi? Long enough. Long enough to go back to lacquer school, where I have a lacquer box project I started in January, I think. and then I have a meetup with my goldsmith, the guy who made that pendant for me. I want to visit his factory, and then those are the only two things I have set up for Hanoi. And then maybe double check how much time I have when I'm in Seoul, Korea. I don't think I'm long enough to leave the airport. If I am long enough to leave the airport, it would be nice to take advantage of the free airport tour, because it involves going to the Imperial Palace, and then an afternoon in Incheon where you can go shopping and have lunch, and then there's a transport that takes you back. But you need a few hours to do that, and I don't know if I have enough, and if it's at the right time of day. So having said that, if it's the wrong time of day, I might look into, like the lounge, like the executive lounge, or how much, like if it's $40 or something like that, or if they have a capsule hotel and I can get like quality hours of sleep, I might take advantage of that, because I really enjoyed when I arrived in Kuala Lumpur at 2 in the morning. I was able to drag my luggage to a capsule hotel and have 4 hours of good sleep, while also have a good shower, and then take a bus into the city. So I love taking advantage of long layovers when you've got beautiful cities, whether they be Narita, which had a nice onsen 5 minutes from the airport, or Vancouver, which has a train that takes you to and from the airport. Or if it was Seoul, Korea, where they have a transport that takes you from the airport there and back. So there's always things that you can take advantage of when you have long layovers. And let me look and see if I can read the message. I can't. Something, wait a minute. John Ho. Well, John Ho's in Chiang Mai. So I left Chiang Mai a month ago. So we had our meetup, and I thanked him because John gave me the name of a dive outfit that a friend of his, that I asked him if he had any friends that were divers in Thailand. And so his friend Amanda gave me the name of a place, and I booked a 3-day dive with them, and I used Amanda's name, and they gave me a discount on my equipment. So I thanked John for going to the trouble to speaking to his friend, who said, use my name and you'll be good, because it worked. It was a great place. It was money well spent, and I enjoyed my dive. But he's a busy guy, meaning he has a real wonderful business that it's clear that they really put in a lot of thought and effort into it, and it looks like a winning concept, like what we was supposed to be. I guess they just died last year, and I think because they overextended. But what John has is a living and a working co-living space, and it is full of people, and they're all digital nomads, either living or passing through Chiang Mai. And I couldn't recommend a better place if that's what you want. If you want a place to live and work where you're connected to similar type of people, I believe he's kind of figured out the model of how to make a successful enterprise. And that's just having spent a few minutes with him. He's in the projects of working on a second one, or he's 10 months in. So I don't know how long it'll take to complete the second one, but it's obvious that there is a need for it. And when you see the example that John Ho has, you say, oh yes, this is how it should be done. and that's why you don't see him live streaming as much, because he's got more than enough to keep him and his wife pretty busy. But hopefully, you know, things will get for him in a way that they will just run by themselves, and he just has to kind of keep an eye on things, but not necessarily have to be so hands-on. And then he can kind of do other things, which I think is what John Ho's personality is like. You know, it's like he does a bit of this and a bit of that. But he's given up live streaming, I think, because there's something more worthwhile, where, you know, there's real money involved there, and you have to keep your hand or your eyes on the whole thing. Otherwise, you know, bad stuff can happen, I guess. Anyway, yeah, anybody who's, you know, part of the Perry community, I would say give John Ho a message. Tell him you're in town. See if he's willing to meet with you, because apparently that's like part of his normal day. When I finished my little visit with him, there was a fresh group of people coming in. I don't know where they were from. They were from Asia, but which part, I don't know. But basically, he just basically was giving them the tour. And what's interesting is that his staff at that place don't know anything about the old John Ho that was like on live streaming. They know nothing. And I think that is so fucking cool that he's had this whole different life, and that the one he's created now is completely independent of what went on in the past. So no, John Ho is not in Hanoi. He's in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And you can message him on Twitter. Okay, whoever is left in the broadcast, I guess it's pretty well more of the same, DaNang Beach. So I'm gonna save some battery and say goodbye. Thank you for coming in, Dave, and whoever else came in. And yeah, what a lovely day to be on the beach. And what a lovely beach DaNang Beach is. It's quite a chill place. I'm so glad I got to spend a bit of time here. So I can take away my, few hours here on the beach, but I just have to be in a bad place a few months from now, and all I have to do is just close my eyes and think, oh yeah, I know where I can go. This is where I would want to be. So there we are. I'm going to leave you guys with that thought. I hope you enjoyed the audio and the video of the beach. I'll do it in another little Zoom. And I don't know where the X is. Okay, I see the end. So yeah, I'm just going to pan a little bit. Left, right, oh, and I have a low battery message. Interesting. I guess because it's kind of hot. So it's good timing. Nope, actually I have a fresh so we're going to bid you guys adieu. Thank you for coming in. Coming to you live from DaNang Beach. So long. See you on the next one. Bye for now.